550 KTSA.
It is the news and talk of San Antonio, 550 KTSA, 8 minutes after 4 with Sean Rima. It's Friday. Is everybody feeling good? Is everybody feeling happy? 8 minutes after 4. Call me up at any time, 210-599-5555 or 800-299-KTSA. And we have a lot to accomplish over the next 3 hours on the program today. And we're going to start off right off the bat by talking with a person from this Occupy San Antonio protest, which has been going on since yesterday. The protests themselves started in Manhattan back in mid-September. Let's talk to Matthew right now. This is Matthew Medina, and you are the media spokesperson for Occupy San Antonio, correct?
I would say I am one person of the media committee of Occupy San Antonio, and I thank you for having me on the show and giving the Occupy San Antonio a moment to really explain what we are about. Thanks.
Well, and Matthew, that's kind of been the issue, I think, for a lot of folks with all these protests over the past few days. There's probably a dozen manifestos online from various perspectives. There really doesn't seem to have been a cogent message as to what actually you guys are trying to accomplish. So why don't you go ahead and tell us, at least from the Occupy San Antonio protest, what you want to see happen?
Okay, well, we do have a website up now. It's occupysatx.com. And our statement as of now is, if I may read it, we sent this out to the press media yesterday. It's we stand in solidarity with people rising up all over the world to end corruption in Wall Street. We stand against the immoral, excessive, and unfair influence the corporations have over governmental process. Occupy San Antonio is a nonviolent movement that we hope will bring San Antonians together for a more fair and just future.
Now, what do you? That sounds great, but I mean, what do you want to have actually happen? What do you want? I mean, you want more fairness in the free marketplace. You want corporations to make more, shall we say, ethical choices in how they market their products and how they get their profits. How does that happen, though? How do you envision that happening?
That's not really fair for myself to answer that, because as a collective of individuals, each individual has their own perspective and their own philosophical and ideological beliefs.
Yeah, but you're filling the streets, man. You want to see something happen, right? I mean, you want something to be done, right?
Well, it's at a point now where everybody's feeling the pain. I mean, you have...
That's not an answer. I mean, dude, and I'm not trying to harp on you. This is the problem with this movement. What do you actually want to have happen? Do you want more regulation? Do you want more laws?
One of the number one things is auditing or just straight up ending the Federal Reserve. It is the root heart of the problem. I mean, a lot of mainstream media is concerned that, quote, this is a left communist movement, unquote. And if you look at the Communist Manifesto, one of the main planks is establish a central bank, which we have had in the United States since 1913. Right. We have not had a fair free market since 1913. We have not had true capitalism since 1913. And
so you want the government out of the banking business. You want the Fed shut down, basically.
The Constitution states that it's up to Congress to coin and mint our currency. So, I mean, if we just stuck to the Constitution from the beginning, we wouldn't be in the mess we are in right now. Can you agree with that?
Oh, I totally agree with that. This is where I get critical. I'm not specifically critical of you, but when I see any kind of movement that takes to the streets, because it's always kind of a dicey situation. Things have been peaceful in San Antonio. I had some friends who went up to Austin last night. We're at Occupy Austin, and that was very peaceful, very well handled. But you look in New York, we had some violence. We've had a couple of different incidents. I mean, things like this can really boil over very quickly and get out of hand, and people can get hurt. And so when people take to the streets, I think it's very important to have a very specific goal in mind that you want to have happen. And because we can all make nice poetic sounding statements about how we'd like it to be a better world, but we have to know physically in the physical world how to do that. So first thing is shut down, basically get the federal government out of the banking industry. Make the money, but you're out of the banking industry. We don't want you touching that.
it's a monopoly over the money-making process in America, and if there's plenty of historical books on it, and it was established by London bankers, if we want to get to the real heart of the problem. See, I agree with you about mass movements, and, I've been a information war activist myself the last 3 years in San Antonio, well-versed in psychological operations, co-opting, counterintelligence movements, and I've studied how movements in the past were co-opted, and a lot of times they're funded by government. I mean, just like now, there's so much to talk about, but specifically with the concern about people taking the streets, I mean, I totally agree with you, and that's why I'm involved, because a lot of the people that I have met are new activists with the burning hearts and passion for their country in college. Job prospects are looking really bleak. The tuitions are going up. Middle-aged people are losing their houses, losing their jobs. Unemployment is going up. The inflation of the dollar is insane. They're calling for...
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm living it, man. I'm living it right now with you. I mean, my financial reality for the past few years has really sucked pretty bad. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a bad... I got a brother who's been out of work for 3 years. I mean, it is... All the things you're saying are absolutely true. When I look at that problem, the way I react is, well, that means we need to cut taxes. We need to do away with some federal programs and get more money flowing through the economy. Because if there's more money flowing through the economy, whether you're a rich fat cat, you got more disposable income to spend on your business or hiring people for whatever they do. If you're somebody in the mid-level economic range, if you have more of your money coming back to you instead of going to the man, then you can go out and buy the stuff you need for your life and feed your kids, and that keeps more money going through the economy. I mean, in its purest form, the capitalist system is a thing of beauty, man. Everybody wins. It's an exchange of energy, and I'm just not sure, again, beyond shutting down or kicking the federal government, kicking out the Federal Reserve, which, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, because there's people in the streets. What else would you like to see happen? I mean, after that, what do you think needs to happen?
Well, you did bring up important points about our economic system, and it goes to two schools of economics. You have your Austrian School of Economics and your Keynes School of Economics. So it depends what you believe. Printing money out of thin air and just overflowing the streets with it. I mean, yeah. So
what do we do? So we need So if we don't have, so does that mean you want to get rid of cash? You want to?
No, I'm not saying I want to get rid of cash. I'm just saying an Austrian form of economics, or there's something tangible to your dollar, and it's not some private banking cartel. The Congress has to hound, and the Federal Reserve still won't show where they spend trillions of dollars to overseas banks. I mean, that's just one issue. The Federal Reserve that is uniting Democrats and Republicans. I mean, this year you have Ron Paul. The last 2 years, Ron Paul working Alan Grayson, Bernie Sanders. You're seeing unity against a private banking monopoly controlling our currency, and that's just an indication of what's happening on the lower level with us, the everyday person having to work a 9 to 5 like myself. I just got off work, and we were feeling that pain, and it's that system of money, of central banking, that's really put our country in the situation it is now. So, I mean, you as an American, I mean, our fundamental rights and foundational beliefs go to the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, and it's our right to peaceably assemble. It's our right to First Amendment.
Oh, yeah, well, I agree.
In this socially engineered, forced culture, we're just taught that.
Oh, we're not a socially engineered forced culture, though. No, that I would disagree. We are. You and I are the culture. You and I are the culture. What's out there in the culture, whether it's popular culture or across the board culture, media, entertainment, that stuff all exists because we consume it in large portions.
I agree with that. We do consume it. However, you could look back at the Travis Stock Institute. That alone, that study and its practices alone talked about. I mean, anybody could Google it, Travis Stock Institute.
Yeah, well, what does it say, though? What is it? I mean, what is it?
There's Rockefeller Foundation, Carnegie Foundation studies that have been put into practice from the beginning of the 19th century. But
yeah, but what do they do, man? I mean, what are the studies about? What do they say with these studies as far as who's engineering the culture?
Yeah, it's based on social engineering. I mean, it's really...
No, that's what I'm asking you. How do they socially engineer you and me through the culture?
That's just it. I mean, we are brainwashed through repetition.
No, we're not. We're brainwashed because we brainwash ourselves because we consume a certain product, and so that product blossoms and blooms, and it's everywhere. Everybody's got a smartphone because everybody wants one and everybody buys one, not because there's some nefarious, mystical force behind it all saying, buy an iPhone, buy an iPhone, buy an iPhone. What's that?
I just believe in reality, and I don't believe in this.
I do, too.
Okay. Hey, that's the beautiful thing. The conversation we're having right now, and the fact that we can still laugh and get along and, if we're together, maybe drink some tea. That's what's going on down at Occupy San Antonio. People of all beliefs, all walks of life, they get together and just talking and sharing ideas, and that alone is something beautiful. Get out of your house. Get off of Facebook. Just come down to Occupy San Antonio.
I bet are there some hot chicks out there? You seen some hot hippie chicks out there? I bet you are, aren't you?
I gauge by the mind, so there are a lot.
Oh, come on, man. You don't have to be that straight with me. Aren't there some hot hippie chicks down there bouncing around with their tambourines, aren't they?
There are some hot,
yeah.
I mean that by well hip to the information. There's some hot officers out there that are protecting us. SAPD
That's cool.
has our back. They've given us their blessing as the city council has, the city of San Antonio. They've given us Hemisphere Park as an occupation location. It's open to all of San Antonians. This is the time to really be a part of your community, let your voice be heard.
No,
listen to anybody. We're not going to turn anyone away.
That's very cool. Matthew, you're actually a very intelligent-sounding dude. I wish there were more of you in front of the cameras with these protests in some of the other cities. I'm going to open this up to the phone lines for the folks. What do you... how long are you guys going to be out there? I mean, what's the time frame here? Very quickly, then I got to go to the news.
So the demands are met. We really, so the demands are met.
You what?
So the demands are met.
So your demands are met. So until the Federal Reserve goes away, you guys are planting right there.
And according to our statement, we're standing in solidarity to end corruption on Wall Street and against immoral, excessive, and unfair influence that corporations have over.
So you're not going away until the corporations stop doing all that stuff.
We're going to be here a while, my friend.
Yes, you are. All right, hey, Matthew Medina, you're a cool guy, man. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Hey, thank you. It's OccupySATX.com. We hope to see you all at Hemisphere Park and Federal Reserve protest this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Thank you, sir.
All right, brother. All right, take care. All right, there you go. That's one of the mouthpieces of the Occupy San Antonio protest. What do you think? 210-599-5555, 800-299-KTSA. Sean Rima on the News and Talk of...